A pleasant evening, everyone, especially Gino. I am Marlo T. Banuag, Bshm to be. So today we discuss in chapter 13, which is organizations for administration and control. Before I proceed my discussion, I just want to read a quote first. Success in management is required really as fast as the world is changing. So first, we tackle the administration and management. So the function of an administration rather is to control and keep a business going smoothly, and also to apply the necessary stimulus and direction to look ahead of possible opportunities, and also as well as the danger signals. The act of administration is referred to the establishment and the maintenance of major policy, while the management is referred to the carrying out of implementation and those policies. Next, we proceed the management problems. So there are 5 management problems. So first is problems of policy, which involve the settings of major objectives and also formulating plans for action for their attainment. Second is problem of organization, which can involve also the classifications of activities into administrative groups or fixing responsibility for the performance of each group. And also it can provide for the performance of each group and give the proper coordination of all groups in order to cooperate effectively in attainment of the objectives. And third is the problem of personnel, which can involve the procurement, development, and uses of individuals to perform the responsibility established by the leadership plans. And fourth is the problem of facility, which can involve it can use also the physical factors and the need to the performance for the operations and necessary attainment to the objectives. And five, lastly, is the problems of method, which it can use to routine and also the procedure to require to perform and effectively operations and necessary to attain and objectives and also to establish by the policies.
Next, we proceed meaning of control. Control may be understood if it is broken up into several aspects of knowledge. So there are 6. First is knowing exactly what is work to be done. Second is knowing what resources are available for doing the work. Third is knowing that work has been to be done is being done. Fourth is knowing immediately any delay or variations. 5 is knowing what is being done to be removed, such the hindrance rather. 6 is knowing when it is done, but it is a time to finish, and also it is a quality or finished a job, as is who did it. Next is element of control. Control is in order to be effective, must be afforded with necessary elements such as authority, knowledge, guidance, and direction. And to exercise control, the manager must be able to know what is the situation happening and what should be. He should know what to bring the situation into a line. Equally, it is important to have an authority to appreciate the actions, and also in order to execute the execution rather of control, the manager therefore they must have his lines of communication and established to open and functioning. So every management problem, there are the present multitudes of elements and conditions. Some of the desirable, which is the manager would like to retain, and others and undesirable we have to eliminate it or discarded. So therefore, this is conscious and directing and or influencing of a certain causes to a certain desires, the result could be effective. Next, administrative controls. It is the basic task of management has to do with the control, together with planning, organizing, coordinating, and directing. It is a control one of the function of management. So, When management is introduced, the rules and regulation, and also the standard operation rather, and also the procedures, the rules, and also the standing orders, when it is seen and that is the followed in order to attain the companies and the objectives, it is establishing and enforcing controls. Next is the budget. The budget is a collection of estimates of income and expenditures of the future period, and it is upon the past experience or a present condition, and also budget is a tools of management whereby it's hoped to achieve the highest reasonable expectations of operating efficiency. And also being the business budget is being a tool of management is also useful as a care which is to prepared and the manner that it is followed. It makes that management is regularly study the financial condition. It makes that the markets for the companies, products and properties of the general market. It points out of descriptive of unusual elements that is must given and careful intention. Budget also is cover a single entry of departments like is an activity, sales budget, and also purchasing budget.
And preparing purchase budget, inventory and check and production requirements both as the volume and as the value are carefully studied. The purchase budget is usually broken up into a monthly budgets to make a financial needs clearly and to find out when the company needs money the most.
Next, we proceed government control. Business in the Philippines is essentially characterized by free enterprise but with many elements of government's control. The best enterprise and the company as a whole are subject to pervasive and comprehensive shame with the government control. Government control may consist of the regulations, regulator agencies such as the Securities Exchange Commission, the Public Service Commission, and the Patent Office and the Insurance Commission, and quite well known as exercise familiar function. Government also is the enforcement of the poor food laws, labor laws, social security regulations rather, anti-money law, and also the certificate commissions. It has become a more direct when the government agency invests an accessible amount of the business may buy its outright. And also the official settings of meeting the boards and directors of the private conditions. As a tool of control, accounting communicates to all personnel in concrete terms of pesos and centavos, just what management wants to employ us to do. It is motivate the personnel and enables to review or checking up their efforts and activities. Cost accounting enable to special the branches of accounting effectiveness operation based on the accurate cost information. Lastly is the importance of control. Controls give the unusual advantage of planning, waste, inefficiencies, and also become known may be easier to avoid it. Control bring out the condition which is the otherwise and would remain unnoticed. It is more important future problems are provided for, since control are intended to keep the enterprises and focus on the objectives. The goals and the objectives are formulated and clearly for the concrete score. And also control is the increased initiative and bring about the coordination and promotions to cooperation on the business.